Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso at thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below, your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Reach out to me directly, tmosso at thewatchbox.com. Today we're discussing a 2020 launch that might be the best new sports watch of the year, an evolution of the GPHG 2017 Best Men's Watch winner. This is the Octo Finissimo automatic satin and polish in steel. It lives up to its name aesthetically, and it adds a screw-down crown with 100 meters of water resistance. The watch is only 6.7 millimeters thick. In spite of the extra hermeticity, it remains a 40 millimeter watch with a lug-to-lug dimension of 46.5 millimeters, and though the bracelet is integrated and specific to the case, it does have a conventional 30 millimeter lug spacing if you wanted to get adventurous with a custom strap. Pop open the clasp, throw it on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist, and get a sense of how it fits. The original was 5.15 millimeters thick. This is 6.7. I can't tell the difference. It does feel a little bit more substantial and less toy-like in steel rather than the original titanium, but all the same, the timepiece remains like second skin, and it sits lower than my wrist hair. It'll sit underneath the cuff. You can see I've got plenty of clearance on each side of my wrist, and especially down the barrel, you can see that the bracelet rounds out around my wrist, so I could wear this on a smaller wrist, perhaps as small as 13.5 centimeters circumference. The timepiece shows better aesthetically with a combination of satin and polish rather than the monotonous media blasted finish of the titanium original. Here you can better get a sense of the faceting and the depth of the bracelet, which features a staggered alignment of center and flanking links. You can see there's actually some depth there, and that's uncommon on bracelet designs. It's welcome and innovative. The design is integrated. The bracelet is clearly fit to the case and the lug profile, and then you can see the removable links, of which there are many, fixed with pins and sleeves, but with that many small removable links, you are going to get the right sizing. The clasp is impressive because it's a double fold, but the most important facet of it is the way it disappears into the bracelet. There are actually hollows inside the bracelet links that allow it to sit flush inside the bracelet and create a bracelet and clasp combination that's as thin and attractive as the watch itself. Now, rolling back to the case, Bulgari claims there are 110 facets on this case. As with the Iron Throne and its alleged 2,000 swords, you just kind of press the I believe button rather than counting them all. But what really stands out here is the combination of the satin and the polish, which brings this case to life. What appeared a bit, again, monotonous when it was all media blasted in titanium seems a little bit more dynamic, avant-garde, and edgy with the contrast of the satin and the polish. Rolling around to the bezel, you can see one of the signature aesthetic elements of this watch is the contrast between the rounded elements and the angular elements, and nowhere is that more obvious than the juxtaposition of the round bezel, or outer bezel, with the angular and faceted quasi-geometric inner bezel. New for this year, blue metallic dial, applique metal indices, and bi-Arabic numerals. There's a high contrast set of faceted Dauphine hands that are also skeletonized at center. The crown features double knurling, high polish. There's a little piece of ceramic as a cabochon inlaid. And then we roll to the case back, and I'm going to get as close as I can to show you caliber BVL 138. Bulgari is an integrated manufacturer. They make every part of the watch: clasp, bracelet, case, dial, and the movement is impressive. 36.6 millimeters in diameter by only 2.23 millimeters thick. It uses a platinum, not gold, not tungsten, platinum micro rotor to energize the 55 to 60 hour power reserve. The 36 jewel movement pivots at 21,600 vibrations per hour on a full balance bridge. The bridge helps to brace against shock, but also adds rigidity to the structure of this thin movement. The application of finish is a combination of mechanical and manual, but I'll say that the effect is as good as what you'll get on FP Journe and rank and file Audemars Piguet pieces. So if high horology was the goal, high horology is the effect. It's a very impressive movement, built and sized specifically to the case. Again, the mark of a true manufacturer. Now 100 meters water resistant. This is an all-the-time watch from Bulgari. Email tmosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details of this 2020 novelty, now available pre-owned.